You're listening to the Broadway Podcast Network.
1, 2, 3, 4!
It's a crazy little dance that's sweeping the nation.
Hi, I'm Joe Iconis.
And I'm Jennifer Ashley Tepper.
You're listening to the Album Podcast, and today we're talking about Do the Slide Whistle.
Now, this is a very special track because it's a dance number brought to life on the album by Jordan Stanley and Lance Rubin and the whole gang. It's
a song that you should listen to and then probably attempt the dance at home. And on this episode, we'll tell you where the hell this weirdo thing came from.
This episode is about Do the Slide Whistle, a fascinating show in Joe Iconis and family history. Joe, this song is like none other that you have ever written. How were you inspired to write this song?
Okay, this song was born out of a joke. Truly, like this is like, this is definitely the trashiest song on the album for sure. It's trashy in every way. If this whole album is like about the dance between like highbrow, lowbrow, uptown, downtown, Do the Slide Whistle is like lowbrow, downtown. That's what
you described it as trashy, and yet I can't think of a better song on the album for like children to listen to. So it sort of occupies a lot of different places.
Yeah. No, but trashy in like it's like it's very inelegant. It's it's like a fast food song or something. I was in Sharon, Connecticut, doing a show. John Simpkins, my favorite director and great collaborator, he ran this theater called the Sharon Playhouse in Sharon, Connecticut for a while, and we were doing a concert, a family concert there. And we were rehearsing, and it was myself and Lance Rubin and Jordan Stanley and a couple other people. I think maybe Molly Hager was there. Maybe Lauren was there. I don't remember. But I definitely know Lance and Jordan were there. And we were hanging out around the piano, rehearsing songs. And it was a time when I had a lot going on, and we were about to do a show in New York City, and I was trying to finish the song I Was a Teenage Delinquent while I was there because I knew that I wanted to premiere it at this concert that was happening in a few days. And so I was trying to finish the song so I could get it sent off to the ladies who were singing it, Rachel Lee and Jenny Donahue. And so I'm trying to finish I Was a Teenage Delinquent. It's on my brain, trying to rehearse this song, this show that we're going to do at Sharon, Connecticut. That's like a night of my songs. And we were just sort of screwing around during rehearsal. And Lance started like making up this fake dance called the slide whistle. And it was like, because we were using a slide whistle in the show, I guess. And so Lance was just truly screwing around. And he was like, let's do the slide whistle. Like he was just being an asshole, essentially. And then I started playing piano. And if you know me, you'll know that I'm not a big like jam person. Like I don't like to jam. I do not like to like just play piano and have people like, make up things on other instruments, and I don't like musical improv really, or it's like making up songs on the spot. That's so not my thing. But in this moment, it was like kind of funny enough where I was sort of going with it, and I was sort of playing this like 60s-ish, riff, and then this idea of this fake dance craze called the slide whistle was born. And so then a few days later, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna write this song for real. And I wrote Do the Slide Whistle as if the dance craze was a real dance craze. And I thought it would be so funny in the concert that we did if I pretended like the slide whistle was a real dance. And when we did the song as a sort of surprise secret song coming out of banter. So in the same way that when I was hanging out with Lance and Jordan, we sort of organically started, making up this nonsense about a fake 60s dance craze. When I was bantering in the concert, I would sort of naturally get into talking about this dance craze I remember from when I was a kid, and then we would just do this full song. And and that's what happened. And that's why that song exists. And we've done it a few times. I've always loved novelty songs of the 50s and 60s, and especially ones that have dances associated with them, like, Locomotive or Monster Mash or anything like that. And I always kind of imagined that Do the Slide Whistle would be like the B-side of a better song by a group that only ever put out one record. Like, I think that, like, Do the Slide Whistle is like some group that was like, we got to capitalize on this dance craze shit. And they like hastily put together this song that was like not very good just to get it out real quick. And so I think that is where the slide whistle, comes from.
I will say I love this song so much. I don't know that I would have expected it to make it onto the album just because it feels like such a special novelty. Like it was a surprise to be like, oh my God, we're actually including it. I love that you did. It's performed also, talking about Jordan Stanley. Folks who know the Christmas show might know him as Yoha, or many of the other roles that he's played over the years in the show very well. This song, I also almost expect like this to be the song that, just like how Flanagan's Law, like whatever you believe that's going to happen, it's the opposite that will happen. This will be the song on the album that someone discovers and is like, can we put this in a 1950s sequence in our big Hollywood movie? Like, this would be the unlikely choice from this album to break through in some funny way.
Yeah, I think it's very possible. There's just like nothing. Yeah, there's just nothing to it, and it's something that I love about it is that when I decided that I wanted to put on the album, I was like, and we have to treat it like it's just as important as all of the other songs. And so the arrangement, it's huge. It's like so humongous sounding, this song, that probably does not deserve the care with which we gave it, but it just feels like, it's like a misfit song. It kind of doesn't belong. It doesn't really go anywhere. It sounds kind of wrong. It's like it just doesn't fit. The song just simply doesn't fit. But I love it a lot. And we had Jordan and Lance just kind of riff, just kind of do a bunch of stuff, and there's some fun like 1950s lingo that I put in there, like come on snakes, let's rattle. I love sort of like arcane phrases like that. So there's a lot of that, and there's moments in the song where it's like Lance and Jordan are talking over each other, and it sounds like madness. It sounds like such a mess in a way that I love, and I remember in mixing, Ian was trying to make it neater, and I was like, no, just like put them on top of each other. So it just sounds like what is going on in that recording studio, where it's like there should only be one of them. It's like Jordan is like singing the lead vocal and then Lance is doing the dance. Like there should probably only be one, but I like that it's just like it's extra. It's the most extra song on the album, needlessly extra.
Lance doing this dance is honestly one of the funniest things I've ever seen. You can't, no one else could ever do this dance like him ever. It's the most like Lance Rubin-esque, hilarious, like physicalization of this song. Seeing it live in concert is always so funny. I guess I won't say no one. There could be a whole army of Lances that recreate his dance, but it's very, very good.
Yeah, it's just special. It's special when he does it. I think because he's not a dancer first, that him doing this dance feels very alive. It's really incredible. I will say though that I wrote 2 lines for this song for the album because when it's performed live, it has always been really short because a lot of the song is about teaching the audience to dance. And so I thought I better write another little mini verse. And so it says, the line is, tell Susie and Jenny and Terpsichore, now it's time for everyone to dance with me. And Terpsichore is the muse of dance, everyone always asks me about that. And then Susie is a call out to Love and Hate Nation, and Jenny is a call out to Rewrite.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love knowing that. I learned the terpsichore thing from the Genius lyrics when I was reading them, because it's like a footnote. To shout out to everyone who does the footnotes on Genius lyrics, and I always enjoy reading those. But yeah, I love the album version of this song. It's dance at home in your living room, kids.
Yeah, dance at home, and invite your neighbors over to do the slide whistle.
Don't forget to wear your 1950s poodle skirt.
Hey, thanks so much for listening or watching to my podcast. Do me a favor and go to wherever you just listen to or watch this thing and subscribe or like or give us a great rating or review, and then head to bpn.fm/album to find out even more information about this podcast, more ways to watch, more ways to listen, and check out my album. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Album Podcast is executive produced by Liz Armstrong, produced by Dori Berenstein, Alan Seals, Kim Garris, and the rest of the team at the Broadway Podcast Network. Be sure to visit bpn.fm/album for both audio and video versions of this podcast and to listen to Album.
Hot dog, that was a jam.
Yowza dowza! That's the one. Woo! I love my slide whistle.